morning, Crusaders.
Welcome to another episode of SNN News. I'm Christina.
And I'm Toby. Just a reminder to all grads, the intent to graduate forms are due by March 1st to Mrs. Colligan.
On March 1st, it is Live Free Day, and our local radio station, Magic 106.1, will be here at Lourdes. Students at Lourdes will have the opportunity to have a free breakfast. Everyone is encouraged to give up something for one day.
What you choose will be helping kids live free from hunger. Every dollar raised will be used to support the Food and Friends program at Lourdes. What will you give up?
To all students, don't forget that option cards for the 2013-2014 school year are due by March 1st. All forms should be completed and returned to the main office.
The University of Guelph Science Olympics are coming. All students interested in participating in this year's Olympics are asked to attend a meeting today at lunch in room 105. Please see Ms. Burgess if you cannot attend.
The University of Toronto's National Biology Contest is being held on Thursday, April 25th. Anyone interested in running this contest should see Ms. Burgess by the end of the week.
Wassa Wrestling took place last week. Congratulations, wrestlers, on a job well done.
Lourdes fared well at this year's Hears Festival. Kay Hillier won for set design and Aaron Christofferson for directing. Awards of merit went to Alpha Kayanda for music and Michael Muller for lighting.
Congratulations to our Wassa swimmers.
Hi, my name is Mr. Wilmer, and I'm going to spend a little time talking to you about Black History Month. Now, Black History Month is a great time for us to reflect on some significant Black individuals in our past and to learn from them, to inform our own culture and our own identity. But more importantly, I think Black History is a time to really focus on what is important, and that is what we can learn from the past. Now, back in 1792, there's a lot of Black individuals, freed slaves and loyalists to the British government, that pulled up to the shores of Nova Scotia, a place called Bedford's Basin, and they chose to make this area their home. Little did they know at the time, it would soon be called Africville. Africville became the cultural center for a lot of Black Canadians in Nova Scotia. It didn't take long before the community started to develop. They had their own school, they had their own church, Seaview Gardens. They had a lot of different community events going on, and the Black culture was alive and well. The city of Halifax ignored Africvillians for close to 200 years until they had something that was desirable: land. Land for industrial development. Now, the Africvillians did not have a whole lot to say whether or not their land was to be given up or not. The Halifax government just took it. The Halifax government used the area surrounding Africville to build all sorts of terrible, smelly, disease-festering industries, dumps, open sewage, loud rock crushing, and cement building industry, until really just the heart of Africville was its people. And they didn't have a whole lot of options, still without water, still without proper sewage, still without proper power. There's not a whole lot of hope for those in Africville. But members of Africville were very hopeful. And despite Halifax's attempts to try to force them to leave by surrounding them with awful industries and garbage pits and dumps, the people stayed. Sadly, they could not stay and develop the community in which they all dreamed. And it was in the late 60s and early 1970s that the Halifax government forced those in Africville out. Now, they didn't do it by purchasing the land. They didn't do it by treating them kindly and asking them to move their homes. Some of the movement happened in the middle of the night. At 3 a.m., the Halifax government brought in bulldozers and destroyed their churches, their homes, their lives, and offered very little in compensation for them. The Africvilleans displaced by this tragedy never received the compensation promised by the local government. Some Africvilleans were spread across the province, some spread across the nation. Now, this Black History Month, I'm really calling you to remember the people of Africville. Unlike the unkind words that were printed in a local newspaper at the time of the tragedy. This newspaper wrote, and I quote, "Soon Africville will be but a name, and in the not too distant future too, mercifully, that name will be forgotten too." End quote. Now, I really ask that we as Canadians band together and we remember such tragedies such as these, that Africville, the place name, is never really forgotten. The people and their struggles honored and commemorated, because as a community they suffered, and really it's kind of like the opposite of what we believe as Canadians. Communities should come together, be strong and supportive, and in this Black History Month, let's keep that in mind, both the people of Africville and all those people that don't share the same rights and privileges.
This Is a Play will be moving on to the regional competition in Cambridge on April 16th to 19th.
And here's Alan Van Berkel with Kwasa Basketball News.
It's going. This is Alan Van Berkel from Crusader Nation News. I'm here today in the Crusader main gym with head basketball coach of the senior boys team, Michael O'Rourke. Do you have any comments on the game that went down tonight?
It was a real good game. We played one of the top teams in the district. At one point, they're ranked number 1 of all schools within Kawasa. That includes all the big schools such as Ross and things like that. And they beat one of the top schools in Waterloo earlier. So we lost by 3 with the shots to tie the game. Boys played good. So a couple little lapses there midway through, but take that away. I think we won by a couple.
And it was a very close game. Now, what can we expect to see in the game tomorrow against Bishop Mat?
Bishop Mat, 2:30 tomorrow. They're a really good team. They're really similar teams. Two good players and a really good support. We will make sure that we have we keep turnovers down and we rebound, and it's going to be a tough game. If we're going to win, it's going to be a 1 or 2 point series. It's not going to go that far.
All right. Well, I look forward to that. Thank you for your time, and good luck in the game tomorrow. Thank you. This is Alan Van Berkel, Crusader Nation News, here in the main gym in Waterloo.
Thanks, Alan. I'm Christina.
And I'm Toby.
This is all for this week, Crusaders. We hope you have a great week.
Bye, bye, bye.